It always takes like 15 seconds. I think we should be, according to YouTube, we should be live.
Hello.
Yes,
Let
we are.
me see. Okay. Nice. Okay. Hi everyone. Welcome to the next musical chairs stream. It's what day is it? It's Wednesday today. We have decided to move the streams into the weekdays. A little bit of an update. Instead of the weekends, we'll be doing the weekdays since it's summer and we are too busy
Touching
having
grass.
hangover. Yeah, that was what I wanted to say. Anyway, so just a little update. As always, streams are sponsored by Woo. So if you are looking for a place to trade, you can check out Woo and use the first link you see in the description. And with all that being said, we can take a look at some charts and some stuff.
Wait,
So
you can start. There is a delay. So.
Yeah. So BTC is going up today after the CPI came better than expected. I will start a little unusual maybe on a monthly chart, but this is pretty clean overview. We basically what we had here in April is an inside month. You can see that there's kind of a big down. Monthly candle did not really trade or like left the double bottom of the prior month low from March. So we have kind of a we had a inside month candle. We opened a new month. We took out the lows and kind of a pushing to the upside. So generally, you can see, for example, there is another example of an inside month right here in 2022. You can see that we had a inside month right here. We took out the highs here, failed to kind of close above the highs, and the next destination for in this case was the other side. So this is usually the play with these kind of inside month candles. They tend to trigger a lot of trend following systems, a lot of kind of a breakout. Traders are looking to kind of trade these as usually kind of a breakouts. But if you have this kind of a failure at the 1 month, at the one side, you can expect rotation to the other usually. So from this point of view, Bitcoin is looking pretty good. What also kind of is helping is the fact that S&P 500 is about to break the all-time high again. So a little bit of a risk on kind of environment. I would say that BTC, obviously, especially as well, you can see, if you compare the monthly candles here, is kind of outperforming like crypto in general. We can talk about this a bit later, but from what I am looking at for BTC, well, to be fair, we had this kind of on a daily time frame, which is pretty clean. We had this retest basically of this candle last Friday. This kind of a move down. We took out these lows, pushed to the upside. We had this little bit of a V reversal here. So ideally, you don't really want to see that much of a pullback on Bitcoin if this is supposed to go higher. Some of the levels which I think should hold if we start pulling back, obviously we're gonna have a most likely pretty decent daily close if this isn't going to die completely, but I would expect this 63k area, for example, right here to kind of hold. We have a break in market structure here as well. You will see this on the lower time frames, kind of this kind of a SR flip right here. So definitely, if this is bullish, and it looks like it is at the moment, it really should not kind of go much lower. Like I said, I would expect something like this for the continuation to the upside. I don't really see any levels to try to fade this, to be fair. There is really not much. There is nothing on a daily, on a weekly kind of chart, which I would say it's a untested level. If you're gonna take a look at the little bit of lower time frames, I have 8 hour here. It's kind of my swing layout where I don't really try to fuck it up that much on lower time frames. I think, you know, all the way until basically this kind of a region around 67k, you know, where you have like a first little bit of resistance right here as well, but it, you know, nothing really here inside the range is kind of screaming at me to short. At the end of the day, you know, we are back in this range, which is basically in place since end of February. Therefore, you know, like I said, we failed to break the range lows. Market is strong at the moment. I would expect most likely to the kind of range highs. I don't really look at stuff like mid-range. If you're gonna take a look at the volume profile, there is a little bit of this gap, which with what we kind of trading through today pretty quickly. There is this little bit of resistance above 7k, this kind of a next chunk of the volume sitting right here. But until then, not really something that which I would be actively looking to short. So basically, very simple plan. You know, I expect upside until at least until 67k, where we have like first higher time frame resistance inside, like in the middle of the range. I expect the 63k if we're gonna get a pullback to hold. But ideally, you know, with this kind of inside month candle, I wouldn't be really surprised if we would really move back to the 70k, kind of hit the all-time highs again from purely technical point of view at least. So yeah, that's pretty much my thoughts on BTC. I think ETH, I don't really care.
Do we waste people's time with it?
Yeah, we talked about this last time. I think the ETF approval is in
Rejection.
denial, rejection. ETF rejection is in the 7 days from now, 8 days from now, on 23rd.
It's next Thursday. Yeah.
Next Thursday. So yeah, either something is going to happen, like if ETH is going to kind of just stay where it is for the next 8 days, and you know, you might have something to trade around here, maybe something like this, for example, or whatever. Or I think if market would kind of flush down, I would be, and you know, this would be pretty nice level at 2500 on ETH if we get a, you know, something like this. Maybe ETF rejected, the sentiment is dead, and you know, we might have a little bit of bounce from that. But yeah, I think as things are looking right now, and it's kind of ETH is not really worth paying attention for the next week or so.
Yeah, I mean it's
And
hard
ETH
because people will make
BTC.
their decisions anyways, but it's like basically been
I think this is pretty
one of the
interesting
worst.
level on ETH BTC. We are coming into around 39. So what is this, like 20% lower, 13% lower, which is not that far. You know, this kind of a huge chunk of volume, I think could be maybe finally a decent bounce here on ETH. But
no.
no, never. But yeah, I think there is just like so many better things to focus on right now than ETH, to be fair. Until you know, something really drastically change. Obviously, ETH is up today, but you know, it's up because everything is up at the end of the day. You know, there's nothing, and bunch of
I mean,
things.
Chainlink is up more, you know, like.
Yeah, yeah. I think from like a legacy market, I was looking today, like silver is up more than ETH today, so that's probably tells you something. But yeah, I think definitely there are better coins to look at and trade, and we can just jump to talk about them rather
Yeah.
than, you know, spending time talking about ETH.
Like I would rather quit this stream than talk about ETH, basically.
So what we are going to talk about?
Meme coins. I have a. As for BTC, from my side of things, I agree. It's been like we had some news which nobody seems to give a fuck, because I feel like at least like crypto Twitter is fighting, because I mean, when people are fighting, it's very simply people are down on their trades, basically, right? Like remember, like let's say January to March, there was no fighting. Everybody was a friend, and now like we've been chopping. Can you put Bitcoin daily, please, for a sec, so that I don't flip flop. Like we just reclaimed the range for like 11th time, but there is no like I agree with you fully, but I think we still need much more to actually see strength. And you know, I consider this a choppy environment while altcoins are slow bleeding, and people are fighting. And I think like best course of action for a lot of people was just to do nothing pretty much last few weeks. Maybe it's just my cope of that's what I've been doing lately. But there was the Wisconsin news from I think yesterday. Did you see that?
No, I don't think
No?
so.
So there is some like, I'm gonna butcher it, but basically like a government state investment fund of state of Wisconsin
Oh yeah, I saw that
who
buying
bought
the
100 mil.
ETF. Yeah. Saw that.
I mean, on like fundamental level, I guess it's just confirmation of the what we know is just Bitcoin becoming legit in eyes of boomers. But I think there is this important argument, or sorry, the emphasis on Bitcoin, not crypto as a whole, and I think that's what we've been seeing lately. I feel like
Yeah.
Bitcoin has been very strong, obviously getting bid up only since last October. It was a lot of the TradFi, CME money, smart money, whatever you want to call it, a lot of front running and speculation from crypto to the side of things. But the only real like category also running is meme coins, at least like as of late.
Yeah,
I think
I saw yesterday there's like 25,000 meme coins launched on pump.fun every day or something insane like this. Which is pretty crazy. And obviously with the guy who became famous for the GME, the GameStop kind of saga coming back, you know, this has been really insane. And I think it's pretty interesting to see like the huge difference between in altcoins like in general. Like I feel like, you know, usually when like things are kind of going down or just dying, like there's basically most of the altcoins kind of go hand in hand, but there are like very big differences nowadays between, you know, what is actually strong and what is just like very, very weak.
it feels very different. I'd like to hear your thoughts. We both are kind of like we did not have the experience we have today, but last cycle I really felt like I could open CoinMarketCap and just scroll and literally like, oh, this sounds fun. You buy it and make like a 3x in 2 months while Bitcoin did nothing. That to me is truly alt season and not, you know, look, nothing against Ansem, but like if people are just sniping his tweets and whatever, like $1 million liquidity coins, I'm just not sure if that's what I personally consider trading. But maybe I'm
Yeah, but there are like even a bunch of like a bigger coins. Obviously, the meme coins are doing kind of the best. The Pepe has been, you know, basically breaking the all-time high. From March, you know, comparing this to AVAX, which is basically down 50% from the March highs. Yeah, the meme coins seems to be the king of the moves. I don't know. It's just like I really feel like yeah, like we kind of talked about this that like it's kind of cool because so many of these things, you know, like so many of these like new layer ones and layer twos and all these kind of a quote unquote legit projects are basically just, you know, VC fests, and you're just gonna get hit with like 80% of unlocks, you know, coming into like WorldCoin, for example, with, you know, like how much is getting unlocked and people just getting dumped
I
on
think
basically
Iowa is the
non-stop.
best example of
Yeah,
this.
and Iowa, they had all this kind of situation with, yeah, like look at
Jesus,
this,
fuck me.
the new thing, the Athena as well, you know, is basically down only as you know in last few weeks.
But Iowa like actually had unlock today. So
Yeah. So this is just like that, you know, and obviously the meme coins kind of, besides, you know, Doc wearing a funny hat, it's kind of a cool thing to have this, you know, like a pure PvP environment basically, where it's just everything is unlocked, you know, everything is, there is no team who is going to dump on you because these people, like for example for Viv, I think at least I'm not really that followed on all the lores, but like, you know, usually these coins are like community takeovers, so like the dev is going to just dump at the launch, and, you know, community will take over. So at the end of the day, it's just people basically really just trading against each other, which is kind of a cool thing. But I think at the same time there is this like a ceiling, on this. Like you cannot just run the whole market on like a complete vapor type of thing. Like it's obviously like meme coins is it's cool and everything, but at the same time it's eventually going to kind of dump a lot because it's just like number cannot go up all the time, and when people think it can go up all the time is usually when it kind of stops going up. It's interesting to see how like relatively low some of these things are compared to at least last cycle. Like Doge is still down.
I think good is the BTC pairs, if you don't mind.
Yeah.
Being a boomer.
Yeah, like Doge BTC is basically
It's absolutely dog shit.
This is this like a huge meme coin season outperformance. I don't know if Doge is like a best benchmark. To be fair, like I know people have this kind of fixed as but at the end of the day it's like meme coins. Like are people going to mostly care about the new things, or is the Doge is going to be used as a benchmark? It's basically the same as ETH being used same as a benchmark, and ETH just dying, comparing to basically new things being way more kind of interesting and new coin, good coin, basically type of situation.
But also not really, right? Because you just said, and like we see it all the time, or not all. Nice one. That's definitely not one.
Broken.
Like people, I think from top down perspective, people just gave up. So Bitcoin too expensive, cannot afford a full Bitcoin. Unfortunately, there's like a lot of people in crypto. You'd be surprised how many think that if you cannot buy, like they don't understand the concept that you can buy 0.01 Bitcoin. So they go in the lower unit shit.
Yeah.
And I feel like also everybody gave up on the idea that crypto actually has any use case apart from gambling and speculation. Like, I think it's massive scope to be like, and you see it on timeline sometimes, which is genuinely sad, especially coming from people who I personally like used to look up to, if you will, in the space, and are now saying, like, basically coping on the timeline, oh, but this does not have any TVL, or basically why their bags should go up, but they don't. And I think there's a very nice, how to say, like, I don't know how, maybe you have a word for it in English, but like just to showing you that market doesn't give a fuck what you want, you know what I mean? Like, or what you think is correct. It's called mid-curving.
Yeah, it's like I think the meme coin rotations, like for example, I have no idea why Pepe has been leading now. Floki is doing well today. Like basically, is this just like a pure speculation? Is there any any reason like with, for example, which I kind of see the most all over Twitter, mostly because I guess people that I follow. But it hasn't been actually doing that well. Like it's down. Like obviously, in grand scheme of things, it's up like billion% in the last 5 months. So is this kind of the same situation like Injective? Where this used to be this used to be like right here. Injective was this kind of a spot and chill type of coin. Like you can buy spot here and chill, and you will do extremely well because this is obviously up so much, but you can see no one talks about this anymore. It's down 60% from the highs. I see like 0 mentions of Injective compared to
do roll bit.
Jesus, I don't know if I can do it here.
Oh, you can.
Oh, I can.
No. But
yeah, I think this is the chart basically. There's like this. It doesn't have all data, but it doesn't.
I think
matter.
it should have from the deck screen.
Oh, okay. Wait. So it's going to be this.
If you click on crypto section.
Oh yeah, this is the one.
I think
is going
so.
to be the one. Yeah.
Remember,
this
like
is dying.
I swear to God, I'm sure even like our audience remembers, because this has been like last year's thing, right? Like.
Yeah,
this was supposed to be the shit. And can you do now friend or whatever the friend tech thing is?
That's this one maybe. Yeah, it's missing a little bit of data. It's basically at that kind of $1.8, which is the low from, I don't know. They kind of it started trading at like, I believe like $3, went here. This is this candle. Let me just do lower time frames. This is basically where everyone, we had this little bit of a drama on CT where everyone was selling from the public wallet. It ran up. Yeah, it's basically the same price now.
Okay, but this will be a fun one to revisit in a year.
Yeah, it's interesting because like I don't know, like to be fair, I don't really follow Frentech and Rollbit, but
I mean, it's the
like
same influencers on Twitter.
yeah, but like didn't like they like Rollbit? I know they had like some drama with like burning tokens or something. Like my point is here that like Frentech, I feel like this kind of whole SocialFi thing is pretty cool. It's a novelty at least. And Rollbit, obviously gambling, it's what people do. Like you have online casinos like Stake, some other ones as well, which are like massive. At the same time, I don't know, like these projects like should be doing better than they are, at least like based on the price of the coins. But yeah, like I said, this is not really my thing. I don't really know.
Two Europeans scoping about.
Yeah.
But it's interesting. I really wonder. Sorry to interrupt you, but like Bitcoin is running up. Bitcoin. I know you hate the Bitcoin dominance, but it's like it's up only. It's been breaking up. It's just climbing higher and higher. So I would summarize current market as like choppy Bitcoin, but still like relatively outperforming and getting the relevance, probably due to ETFs inflows being relatively okay. A fun fact: Hong Kong ETFs are basically down only. It's outflows only. So as always, Asia fucking betrayed us. And I don't even like I'm basically sitting here on 15th of May and thinking, what is the next kind of what to kind of look out for, right? So today I would like to speculate, and we've seen this before, that Bitcoin went up 5%, which is a decent daily candle, but it was all basically an effect of not even a good CPI print, rather than the event being over type of thing. Like you get rid of the risk of potential bad headlines. And I wonder what is the next event for broader market.
I feel like when it comes to altcoins, and this has been like since maybe like start of the year, and like nothing is changing, is still meme coins, AI, and maybe a little bit of the real world assets. Like these three narratives kind of keep coming up again. We had a Chat GPT 5 where the thing fucking talks to you now. So that's that. But yeah, like I think like from like if you think about, I think like few months from now, like let's say until end of the year, assuming that market is not going to completely rack, and BTC not going back to 30K, like there is like no innovation in the space, which like it is what it is. But I don't think that like there's like nothing exciting happening. Maybe there is like some new layer ones coming in, which once again the whole city is going to talk about it, because whole city is
seed investors.
Yeah, it's on the deck. So that's probably coming at some point. It will have a hype for a couple of weeks, and then it's going to be the vesting schedule for 3 years. So, but like from like a real narratives that can, in my opinion, like breach outside of the small bubble that we are in, I think it's still the AI, it's the meme coins, because people will just gamble. That's what they love to do. I talked with my friends. I know from here
friends?
I have some left who kind of dabble into crypto. They like don't give a shit about anything else than Solana and meme coins. There is like no point. They don't care what price Bitcoin is. Like none of that matters. As long until when if it's not at pump.fun, it's completely irrelevant. So I think this is going to persist, especially if the GameStop situation will have some lags. Although the guy is just now posting the
He's going full retard. Like, I apologize for
Yeah,
the
yeah,
English,
he's
but
like a Suzu of fucking TradFi, which is like posting bunch of shit that no one know what that means.
can we
Yeah,
maybe talk about, to fill in? I think a lot of people actually don't know who Roaring Kitty is. Like, you had to be.
yeah,
Do you wanna?
it's a good movie. I actually saw it like 2 weeks ago. I think the what's the name
So
of it though?
I'll start before you, while you're googling. So this guy is basically his on Twitter, Roaring Kitty. He gained like 800,000 followers in the last 3 days. By the way, he was basically very TLDR. We don't want to turn this into novel. Basically, TradFi GCR or TradFi Saka.
That's why she's
You're joined by running GCR and by Uncle GCR, and this guy. I don't want to say allegedly, but he was literally like he was in front of Trail, right? Like he was sued by U.S. government for
Yeah.
back then like market manipulation of the whole. That was the whole GameStop situation. For those who don't know, back in 2021, as you can see on the chart. So one of the funds of the TradFi funds got liquidated. He was like making content on it publicly, right? So that's why the TradFi GCR, if you will. Then he disappeared. He tweeted, if you scroll now, he posted like a million things. That's like me talking shit about ETH BTC at this point, basically. and this guy basically disappears for 3 years, and then he posts one image, which is the like sitting, leaning forward guy on the chair.
Yeah.
It got like million views. And what happened then, as Adam is showing, it's like 300 whatever % rally on GameStop again, because people remember, right? It's like Elon tweeting about Doge back in the days, same effect type of thing. As a byproduct of it,
Yeah.
we also we had like also Memecoins run, right? So basically like chain of events. This guy tweets after 3 years, GameStop runs, and what also happened, that's what you've seen all over Twitter, Bitcoin would pump and Memecoins would pump. Obviously back then we had one meme coin, that was Dogecoin, maybe Shiba as well, but you didn't have $11 million on base, Ansem's dog with hat, fuck your mom Inu.
I think I saw the Anson's post about Doge doing billion X after GME ended. Like let's be kind of like look at this is what Bitcoin did. This is the post COVID we are going to print $10 trillion and airdrop everyone the checks to the home type of situation. So like. It's little stretch to say that the Doge pumped 100x or whatever it did because of the GME, and I might have like a most left curve opinion on this, and like people obviously now like what is kind of happening is that people are now assuming that we will have this huge meme coin super cycle because of the GME guy is back, and people will be gambling again.
But they are, right?
They are, but I
not
still,
in crypto.
yeah, like I've been kind of wrong about this in the past, but I still don't see a reason. Like when you can in the US, and we do not live in the US, but like in my eyes, crypto in the US, huge pain in the ass. Everything is fucking. You buy a coin and the FBI is going to storm through a window and they will arrest you and whatever. Compared to you'll download the Robinhood app and you will just buy 0-day expiration options on some fucking meme stock, and the returns can be basically the same. So yeah, and the good point someone in the chat is having that the memes are on Robinhood as well. So people like the coins that are pumping that pumped people can actually buy them on Robinhood app. So yeah, like I don't know, I just like don't feel like the fact that the stocks are pumping is the necessary reason that everything on chain and there is going to be this like massive meme coin season as just a byproduct of that. But it might be a big left curve take.
Exactly. This is either like such an obvious short or this is such an obvious long. And I love that. I mean, I think it's mid-curve more than anything. The thing is, like, you would think, let's talk about market efficiency. Like, if this was to be 2020, 2021 all over again, GME, would you expect it to be not front run, but like immediate reaction? You know what I mean? like, would you expect market participants to know? I mean, it did happen, right? 3 days ago, Doge actually made a massive move. Like, I called like 15% move on Doge in those last 3 days.
This
Yeah.
small candle,
I
yeah.
mean, you have to zoom in, brother. You know,
Yeah, I know.
it's a massive bull
But
run, super cycle.
yeah, like it's a massive bull run, but it's a 1 day bull run, and then it's like retraced back, and obviously today everything is kind of up. So I think it's like too early maybe to kind of talk about this, but um, yeah, I don't know. I'm just like once again, this might be a classic Ada moment, where a few months from now, VIF is trading at $55 and Anson basically owns me, but
You would
I
enjoy
don't
it.
know. I'm just like not super sold on like a lot of these things. Like if Doge and obviously I'm also kind of looking at like a technical stuff. Like I don't think Doge chart is looking bad, for example, but I would much rather see it just like if you would break above 16 17 cents, and I'm like, it's like the situation where I'm like willing to wait for something like that, or like be more confident that that there is actual strength and like willingness to push this higher than just buy it here blindly.
And what's the holdup, right? Like, I don't know.
Yeah.
I want to circle back a little bit to what you said about, because I think I see a bunch of people retweet it, but felt like extremely under engaged post is the 25,000 Solana meme coins launched a day.
Yeah.
There was some stat basically saying that amount of meme coins launching in a week is much higher than what it used to be on ETH in like last 7 years. So just when you think about, like, I'm not a shitcoin deployer expert, but from my understanding, you need to deploy some liquidity, right? Like, meaning, and then a lot of these things rug. So by people participating in this on-chain casino, and I assume for the most part people lose money anyways, right? Like net. So this technically like takes money out of the system. That's at least how I see it. So
Yeah,
I just wonder
like,
to what degree does it, sorry to like quickly finish too, how does it like play in the bigger picture of the whole all season casino narrative when people are just losing money to fucking scammers who are gonna cash out anyways, or just gonna try to wash it somehow.
yeah, it's like it takes zero money to deploy a meme coin on Pump Fun, but yeah, I don't know.
How do you know?
It's just I'm on my 25th attempt to make it, but yeah, I don't know. Yeah, it's kind of crazy, but it's one of these situations where like things can get much stupider before they will die type of thing. It's just like with every type of bubble, or whatever you want to call it. Like if you would be calling in 2021, which a lot of people did, like Michael Berry and some of the other people in TradFi and so on and so forth. Like if you are gonna call for 2 years that this is a bubble, and the printing money every day is not sustainable thing to do, and market will eventually kind of bust, well, you would be right? Like we eventually, like BTC eventually went down 80%, even a little bit more, but you still have these 2 years almost, which was like up only, and if you were just shorting it, like that's pretty stupid. Like
Dude,
couple tweeting.
sorry to interrupt you, but
Couple tweeting,
Roaring
yeah.
Kitty just tweeted game. I apologize for the audio, but like basically game over.
For what?
just a game go over GIF. Can you open GME chart? I just curious to see.
I don't think I have a live feed. I might have a live feed.
And you have to go like 5 minutes.
No, it's real time. Is this live
Let's
feed?
see.
Yeah, it is. It is.
We can talk shit in the background.
It is, I think. Oh yeah, he posted like a picture. I don't know. This is just like, yeah, he just posted like 4 clips from a movies in the last hour.
Yeah, and I wonder like if you're it's like announcement and or abusing the power of announcements, right? If
Yeah.
you will. If he posted one thing or like one thing a week, he would be actually moving shit. But
Yeah. I don't know. I'm like, I never traded stocks very much. I never traded options on stocks very much. I haven't traded GME for the first time in 2021. I haven't traded today, so yeah, it's really not something that I care about that much, to be fair.
I just why I want to maybe not explain but reiterate why we even talk about GME is that it was supposed to be and is considered to be the narrative for meme coins. That is like the trigger.
Yeah.
Meaning, if
Yeah.
this was to go to like 200 GME, I guarantee you, meme coins, most of them will be printing massive candles, which I guess we're kind of approaching the territory where I would like to see continuation. I am not like TA, fuck this thing.
I will just start using a different charting platform once more. The dog is going to fucking pop up. Yeah.
So, I basically, the thesis is to fake and finally move away from meme coins. If GME fully retraces, how does that translate to Pepe, that made all-time high yesterday? How does it translate to WIF?
What CPI means for my dog with head holdings?
Probably
I
Ansem
think
moves this market more than Jerome.
Yeah, I think, to be fair, and there is like a very simple thing you can do at the end of the day. Like, especially if you are like long only type of market participant, or if you just like don't want to short stuff, whatever, just like long stuff that is strong. Like for me, next week, or something that I'm actively looking most likely to long is Near. Near is breaking out outside of this big resistance. Chart is looking good. It retraced completely the whole April dump. It's one of the few coins that did it. Yeah, Near has some stuff to do with AI. Do I care that much at the end of the day? Not really. Like, yeah, from the meme coins, I don't know which one is looking like the best at the moment.
Are we asked? Did somebody ask which meme coin looks the best?
Someone asked about Pepe. Like we are at the most obvious kind of all-time high resistance. I think personally there is this level, this kind of a consolidation basically that led to the break here. Like if I would be shorting this, I would feel much more comfortable shorted underneath this line. I don't know the number. I'm not going to like 845 type of situation, because I think easily, like if meme coins are going to be strong, like it easily can do something like this. And like at that point, I don't think I want to be short the strongest one, basically, at least from the list that I have here.
Yeah, in a lot of ways, I think Sheep would be the candidate, but I agree with you. I don't think it's.
Yeah, we spoke about this last time, and we spoke about it somewhere around here, I think.
When it rebranded to VC coin, there is a trend line to be had though, like from left.
Yeah.
This is like my autism is striking hard. Yes.
Yeah. I think definitely I feel like Ship is not going to perform that well. And it's if things start to turn, like this is probably going to be the first one that I will look to short, because of the fact that Ship is constantly trying to be more than a meme coin, basically, and just
just trying to be more than a friend.
Yeah. they done this. This is the no, this is the last summer.
Oh,
I think, or where was the?
Yes,
no, this is the last summer.
My best
this
trade
is the last
still.
Summer. Yeah, this is the last summer when they did the layer 1, or what it was, some sort of announcement.
I think it was layer 2.
Yeah, layer 2 on Ship, and now they basically did this race type of situation, and like I said, it's once this is going to turn just to another VC vesting situation, then there's no reason to use this as a nice meme coin and just most likely to short it.
It's tough. Like my take on the market, I genuinely haven't been trading much, and I would love to have some more. I'll admit it. I'm kind of lost right now. I think the next biggest thing is it's like early next week is Nvidia earning, which is relevant because it has like one of the biggest market caps ever, and it's proxy for AI coins.
Yeah. Someone asking about TradFi. I don't think we're gonna do it here. It's not really that
I
relevant
mean,
for the stream.
I mean, as you wish, because I don't have that much apart from Nvidia earning next week, and the Ethereum ETF rejection. I mean, there's zero chance it's
And
getting approved at this point.
I don't personally, and I don't think Runner as well, are buying BTC miner coins, stocks. Sorry. Arkham is something with AI as well, right?
Yes, is
Or
now considered AI coin, which is quite.
yeah, it's now considered AI coin. It's looking pretty good. Like, it's also like in the easiest way possible, you can determine what coin is looking decent and what coin is not looking this decent. If you're gonna look at like a April 8th, I believe, was when everything dumped, or like basically like from April 10th until mid-April, and look at the coins which are trading back above that kind of point. These are the coins that are the stronger ones in general. So Arkham was trading above that point, so you most likely want to hold that.
But like,
I know
I just
this
don't see
this
Nvidia earnings being bad. Like,
this is kind of dead. I remember this was like a next, and I'm sure I don't have a full data on this. This I know that.
I'm gonna
Went
opening deck screener on my second
Yeah,
computer.
this is the full data on our favorite
Okay.
exchange, Mexi. Yeah, like this had a huge rally. I think this is just one of these things. Like there is like some things like this injective. Like there is like obviously super cycle and everything, but like if things just go to, and you mentioned that this has 2.6 billion market cap now. Like
Really?
like this is like someone said it in the chat, so it must be true. But
Holy shit, they're right.
like this is not going to go to like infinity. At the same time, this retraced quite a bit.
I would buy the support. There is a very clear level, right?
Yeah, there is like $300 or something like this, somewhere 280 maybe. Somewhere. Yeah, like we are getting close to that. To be fair, this is a decent level. Like a big consolidation, like a 2-month consolidation before big move to the upside. So yeah, if you are into this, I have like very little knowledge about this. This is not looking bad.
Like, look, I think I would put it this way, because we always are kind of not sure if I would buy it, always runs. I think good framework is to focus on sectors that did well. Again, as we said, AI. I can never recommend buying meme coins, but like it is what it is. But also like something like Ondo. I feel like Ondo. I'm just me shilling my bags.
Yeah,
Like this has been very
stable.
yes.
The right word. But which is not a bad thing. Like
When everything is nuking, right?
Yeah, Ondo is looking pretty good, and it will have this kind of a meme trend line break, which if you are into these things, then probably not the worst thing to buy. Maybe like this will have a big move. Is my point.
We're one BlackRock announcement away.
Yeah, like when you have a coin which is like in this is I thought I will say such a small percentage number, and this is a $50 range from high to low. Jesus, some of these coins are really thin.
I have a lot of fun trading this.
This is $100.
100%.
100% move. Never mind the percentage number, but like if you have stuff which is like compressed like this, like you will have a big move very soon, and like Ondo is looking pretty good.
I'll be right back. I'll grab myself a hot chocolate.
Sure. Asking about runes, I didn't traded these. Maybe Runner did. We will ask him if he comes back with his hot chocolate, which is extremely gay. But yeah, I haven't. I know that there has been some launch, there has been some drama. I'm like personally, I'm not the biggest fan of these like community projects where like I know there has been like the pubs, and some other things. So there's like no chart for this. Yeah, like I don't know. I'm not. I haven't traded runes. I didn't really go into the Bitcoin trenches personally. And Miro, I don't think is doing that well. Yeah, this has been. I don't know. I don't know much about this as well, but I feel like this is one of those. Like my general advice when it comes to meme coins, which you want to be trading or not, expect maybe with because like what I'm going to say, but like if you see this heavily mentioned on CT, like there are like just some meme coins that like I see everyday people shilling, is probably best to avoid them. So yeah.
Can you please look at Anna?
Yeah, sure. The point about Ondo 8.3 billion, yeah, that's fair. At the same time, I think like
But it's showing strength.
also I would say like yeah, like the narrative here, if this is like gonna get like turbo shilled by BlackRock, which is like realistically, this kind of a people buying treasury bonds on chain, like there is like a whole different,
That's not what Ondo is actually gonna do. But I hear you.
yeah, like I think
It's a
that
bit like I think you also need to make a comparison of FDV versus what is getting mindshare of people. Like Rollbit at the top was also retarded valuation. I don't know.
yeah, like look at the world coin at top.
So yeah, I mean, just another crypto Twitter example of how this was supposed to cure my crippling depression. And
Yeah. I haven't followed this that much. I know that some people are comparing this to Luna.
no, was it? Yeah. That's it.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't know. I just like wouldn't really buy this because like why would you
Like
buy?
I think we're not in an area in general to be looking something to buy something like long term.
Yeah. But I like overall I would just much rather buy something which is strong, despite the fact it's up, rather than rather than buying something that I will hope it will go up. Like RV, whatever this is, it's fucking storage or what this thing does even is basically about to break the. Is it the all-time high? No, it's not. It's definitely not. But it's very very strong, nonetheless.
Did you cover pups?
Yeah, someone asked while you were grabbing a hot chocolate.
I'm dead serious. It tastes so good.
Yeah, it's super gay. Yeah. Did you traded some runes? Did you go into the
It requires person to know how to use crypto. My still single biggest issue with this space is if I cannot get my mother to use crypto seamlessly from her phone, what are we even discussing with regards to mass adoption? So have you ever tried using like Bitcoin on chain? It requires no.
Yeah, I
I'm not
have opened
allowed
I
by
have
my doctor to be attempting this feat.
I have opened some of those like pages where you buy stuff and I was like, what the fuck is this? And just closed it and yeah. Also it's really I'm much more a smooth brain opening a dex screener and just swapping Solana for meme coins rather than going through fucking Bitcoin wallet, which is like super complicated and yeah.
But I still think to some degree, I'm not sure if there's I still want to like recommend and I try to the timing of the things is not easy, but I do believe for smaller portfolio accounts, it's much better use of time to discover these new things. Discover new things does not mean buying everything all in and praying for a million eggs. That will require a bit more IQ than that. But like there will be, for example, Monad is one of the most hyped L1s that will drop. Whenever that launches, I would just basically, if I was a smaller portfolio account, I would just focus on Monad, on the ecosystem, use the apps, whatever it's called these days, farming, just be active in the community. I think that is a vertical which I think makes a lot of sense. Rather than when Monad drops, what the fuck are you doing on a Cosmos? You know what I mean? That's what I'm trying to say. Like you have 24 hours in your day and
Yeah, that's true. I don't really know much about Monad. No one reached out to me about allocation, so
I'm also not invested otherwise. So.
so yeah,
Not enough followers.
I only get the invitation to chill Mexi and
Inu.
do rather than putting money into
I love
new layer one.
Also I get like 3 KOL rounds and it's offensive. It's true, like just call me an idiot rather than call me KOL.
Yeah, like if I get a DM which like starts with if it mentions KOL somewhere in the text, I'm like,
stop reading.
Yeah. So yeah, I think we. So what is worth to watch for the next week?
Ethereum.
Like I said, personally, meme coins, AI coins, maybe the Ondo RWA, maybe some other RWA tokens, which I have no idea what they are, but they are definitely some. Sol ecosystem, not that great, but yeah,
Or
say damn, like
it's just nothing, right? Like
yeah, this has it's one of those coins which like had insane runs. You know, it did like 10x while being liquid. I also this also might have some unlocks coming in the upcoming months, I think, from what I kind of know. So
I mean, it's like a rule of thumb, right? With all of these.
Yeah, like that's just, and that's why the meme coins at the end of the day are so appealing, and I feel like I'm just repeating myself, but like I want to be trading something which I know I'm just fighting other people, rather than like holding something for a couple of weeks and then someone is just gonna dump 150 billion dollars of unlocks on my head.
But this looks good above 0.07 to answer this person point for
Yeah.
And look, maybe some hopium because we've been basic classic European Bertards. Look, there is a lot of good news coming up or like positive events. We are in the middle of the May and starting mid-September, which is 4 months away. There's gonna be starting first presidential elections in US. And big narrative basically I've seen at least on CT is Trump pump, which I am personally subscribed to. So it's when you really think about it, it's just a few months away. So I honestly like we laugh about the spot and chill, but I think like your goal is basically not get liquidated until Trump is elected, hopefully a new president.
Until November, is it?
Yeah. But when he's gonna start let's imagine he's like there's gonna be debates of him and Biden. So again, I know fucking nothing about politics, and I don't condone I don't support one over other. I'm not a U.S. citizen. I could not care less. All I know, if he wins, we're all gonna be rich. So
yeah, probably the Trump kind of really cares about. I miss his tweets about stock markets being up every day back in a couple of years ago when he was just like fucking news feed for every uptick in the ES. It was so funny.
I mean, I literally, it's so cringy, and I guess I'm a bag holder myself. Like, when you listen to his speeches recently, he was asked about crypto.
Yeah, I saw that.
Yeah, so, I'm cautiously optimistic, but still, it's a few months away. And I would love the market to nuke first, and like the risk reward and the context and everything looks better to me.
Yeah.
And I'm not bullish BTC until above 68.
Yeah, like honestly, it's just a Bitcoin show, and it's been, like you cannot really deny this. I don't think the risk appetite for meme coin would be that high if Bitcoin wouldn't be in this insane kind of rally on its own. We are green today on BTC. Obviously, there are some things that are more green, and there are some things that are less green. But I'm pretty sure if Bitcoin would, if the CPI would have a different outcome and Bitcoin would be trading underneath, 60K today, all of this would be very heavily red today as well. So the Bitcoin is really your kind of the best proxy for the overall market.
So how do we play? Like, what do you think is the? Let's say we stream in a week. What is the? Or what? I know we kind of. I just want to. What I'm trying to do here in the last 5 minutes ish is to do like a bit of TLDR. You know how we're gonna approach this week.
Well, to be fair, like I said, personally, I am not planning to really do much on BTC until 67k. If we get a pullback until into 63s, I might be long. It's probably a good time to mention now that over the weekend I placed a kind of a spend limit orders starting from like 60k because I was kind of pretty confident that we're gonna take out last week low, which you can see here was this kind of Friday low, and basically do something that I actually even posted this on Twitter, dealing with my pain. I was kind of hoping for something like this basically to happen. So I'm currently flat because, as you can see, my limit orders. Yeah, unfortunately got bamboozled when I wanted to get other men to fill me, but instead of using market orders. But yeah, so I'm flat. I'm flat. I'm not in any leverage positions now. So for me, it's really just kind of a waiting game. If I will decide that I want to be really aggressive, if we're gonna get a pullback into here, then I just might buy. Stop above there, target first, target second. Obviously, if I'm going to buy here, then we are going to do this first. but yeah, at the moment.
I apologize. Sorry, go ahead. Sorry.
Yeah, at the moment I don't really have a position in BTC, the leverage position at least. So I am pretty much just waiting what's going to kind of happen.
TradFi is pushing. S&P is pushing 5.3k for the first time ever. We are heavily in all-time high territory already. Oh, okay. I have a different chart.
Yeah, you have a same chart, but I have a back-adjusted chart, or you have a CFD chart maybe. Yeah, this is still fairly underperforming, which is what kinda also, I didn't play this month, to be fair. Didn't really play it the best way for Bitcoin because we spoke about this, I think, last week or week before, when the TradFi really started picking up the strength, and I was kind of betting that BTC will just immediately do the same thing. And you can see how ES, just went straight up only since monthly open, and BTC was just kind of gay again, dying down. So my kind of a whole thesis for BTC, or like big part of my bullish argument for BTC, is that okay, the correlation is probably back. The data, the macro stuff is looking maybe favorable for risk on environment, and yeah, BTC seems like it just took a little bit longer, and I kind of lost my conviction. Yeah, I lost my conviction a little bit, probably. So yeah, I'm not the happiest. I was also short ETH, which I puked too early. So yeah, not looking good here.
Can we also, last 2 minutes, but I think it's just enough to look at Bitcoin lower time frames order flow, like hourly chart. I think it's actually pretty insane what is happening today.
Okay, let me open a Velo on some of the screen where I'm going.
Okay, I can switch for the first time in the stream.
It's I have it here. It's fine. It's fine. Okay. What is this? Sui. Why I have it here? Okay, this is BTC.
And maybe do like a bit lower time frame. I really want to focus on today's move, if you don't mind. Look at the
that's a lot of buying here.
Lots of retardio.
But at the same time, the spot premium is trending lower. The funding is actually negative, at least on this indicator. Spot CVD is running up quite a bit, so there's definitely a decent amount of spot buying coming into this, which is pretty bullish. You can see, the funding basically trending lower.
Yeah, it's negative on
while
Binance futures right now.
while price is going higher. So although like in case like these, like obviously the perps are going to be chasing this as well, but as long as you have this spot bid, then I think this is pretty actually good look. It's not something that you should be like immediately trying to fade.
I wonder, and this is like my 10 IQ classic runner XBT analysis, is does TradFi break out all-time high? Basically layered. If CPI is behind us, bullish, TradFi new all-time high, does that translate to inflows again? I might be completely off, but curious to see today's inflows. That's how I'm kind of... it's just me basically trying to postpone me buying as much as possible in my head. No, but let's see. I think the order flow kind of today looks a bit different than previous days.
Definitely, like with spot buying, with TradFi pushing to the all-time high. Like if Bitcoin is going to pull back into 60, what the fuck is that? Like 63.5, I don't see a reason why it should go much lower than that. To be fair, should really hold here and push higher from there, or maybe just go straight up. So yeah, it's looking pretty good.
Yeah, I would love to see some of the. I wiped, obviously shorts puking and.
Yeah.
I'm just trying to get my Doge
often
to get
happens
up.
In these like situations is like that. It's been a case with the BTC a lot where like it just like makes this like obviously you have a lot of like longs coming in, but what's going to happen first like it makes a huge leg up and I will puke from the shorts first type of situation. So I don't know, but yeah, even on lower time frames you can see this very clear kind of a SR level right here, which is pretty nice.
See. I think we should get some vol on BTC. Just like having set all these quote unquote building stones on top of each other, I think it's due to see. And watch let's say we go to any sort of first trouble area and or potential resistance, and all of CT will flip bullish. Like, did you buy the dip? Unknown. Did you fake GCR? Unknown.
I feel like people are just like so fucking schizophrenic on Twitter. Like every day, the bias changes. Like BTC is going to be up 2% on a day, and people just like fucking call immediately for new all-time highs. I don't know. Like I feel like the people are just like completely losing their shit at this point on CT. So I barely use Twitter. To be fair, like I barely open it. I haven't tweeted in a couple days. I just like don't see a point
are you okay?
Anymore. Yeah, it's just like so over. I'm just like I'm moving again in a month, and I just plan to like not spend my time on Twitter that much. So yeah, I haven't been like caught up on all the schizo posting.
Yeah, I'm also just moved. We are two Europeans just. Whenever we're not trading or we don't have a good winning streak, we basically just move countries and.
Okay, so thank you guys for tuning in. We've been live on an hour. You can check out RunnerXBT on YouTube. He has a Velo tutorial. Okay. He takes every single opportunity to chill. So I'm surprised it took him so long now. Yeah, and I also posted my Velo template.
Fuck Adam for once. Can I get one airdrop, please, once?
Once, never. I'm actually not moving to tax haven. That's so over for me.
Classic European move, man. Like.
Yeah, I should move to, dude. Like, I would rather pay 95% income tax than move to Dubai. So.
Shot fired because that's where Robin is, the guy commenting.
Sorry.
Enjoy the hellhole, brother.
Sorry for the Dubai hate, but yeah, that's definitely. I would rather live in fucking what is like a low tech, like Bulgaria or fucking Andorra.
Okay, Andrew Tate, calm down.
Yeah. I would probably much rather live with Andrew Tate than live in Dubai, but that's probably really 50-50. But no, I'm not moving. Yeah. Anyway, thank you guys for tuning in.
Somebody's already saying come to Romania. Yes, yeah, he's coming with his
uncle. He's in Romania. He's not in Bulgaria. That's true. I don't know what taxes are in Romania. I know Bulgaria has low taxes. I think like for the tax havens, in Europe, the best thing you can do is live in Andorra because it's very close to Spain and everything else, and you have a 10% tax, but you haven't heard that from me. Anyway, thank you guys for tuning in.
I like how this turned into financial advice stream.
If you want to support the stream, there's like nothing. Like Andorra is like one fucking hill. Like,
It's
you can
mountains.
ski.
There's ultra
Yeah, it's
marathon races in Andorra.
Oh, that's amazing. Yeah, like you can
Run 300 kilometers.
smile while running ultramarathon because you pay low taxes. But yeah, we will catch you up next week. Thanks Wu for supporting the tax advisory streams.
Next
And
week we
if you-
celebrate Death of Eve. Woohoo! Okay.
I never been to Romania. I don't think it's in a plan, but I heard it's nice actually.
Look, we're from close to Romania, so don't think that we're like Americans
Yeah,
and we're
like
talking shit.
like if I'm not really definitely not taking any high stance because the fucking Eastern Europe we
It's
live
all
in,
the
which is
same.
still Eastern. Yeah, like if you would see a neighborhood where I grew up, it basically looks like Romania. So it's just like
Jesus
much of a
Christ.
difference.
I'm like, hey, let's
Anyway.
quit this before we get cancelled. Like, man, oh man.
Okay.